Anyways, so we got Dean Ambrose. Well, no, we were talking about Baron Corbin and Kane. Kane is. When's the last time he won an important match?
I can't really recall.
Yeah,
like
so
4 or 5
Kane
years.
is older, just like Big Show. He's here to put over people.
And he's good at it.
But we haven't seen any more of an indication of whether or not Baron Corbin and Kane are actually going to happen. So, which is why we're kind of considering it a maybe.
Maybe, yeah. But as of right now, other than that, they've only got 5 matches on the card.
Yeah.
And it's, is it going to be a 2-hour pay-per-view? Or, because NXT does 5 matches on their card.
I think yes, because of the fact that we're going to be having 2 pay-per-views a month, with the exception of the Big 4. So
I still think Raw's going to be 3 hours. I think it's going to be kind of just like their shows.
in a sense.
Because, SmackDown doesn't have a very thick roster.
Yeah, considering the fact it's only a 2-hour show every week.
Sure. Well, and they don't have the card, and they don't have the wrestlers to have a 3-hour card. Unless it's going to be like 30-minute matches.
Yeah.
Which explains why we have only 5 matches. But considering one of the matches is a 6-pack challenge, it could go a good distance.
Right. Yeah, and it's a 6-pack elimination. You've got kind of the tag tournament thing. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to get at least 30 minutes out of AJ Styles, Ambrose, and Wyatt and Orton.
Yes.
The card will fill itself up.
Chris, look at his shoestrings. What about your shoestrings?
They're white.
Privilege. My shoestrings are white, and they're about my privilege.
Chris, are you okay?
He's just ribbing.
Are you kind of like in Joker Sting mode?
Joker Sting mode.
Know your TNA history, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So, how about the tag? We're going first off. I imagine if they do have a pre-show, we will see the Hype Brothers go against the Usos, and the winner faces Slater and Rhino.
If I was booking it, I would put it as that, because not only will you get the matchup out of the way quickly when the show starts, but then it gives them time to whatever team, and more than likely, I would say the Usos will probably be the ones to go over in that match.
Surely.
And can I give them an adequate amount of time to kind of rest up a little bit, maybe like an hour or so, and have that finals match at that time.
Right. Getting to the finals match. Usos, who we all, I guess, agree that the Usos are going to win that round, to go on and face Heath Slater and Rhino. Are we going to see more of the same as far as Heath Slater getting dominated, then Rhino coming in and making a gore? Yeah. Or do the Usos, with their new turn and momentum, win the tag titles?
I don't know. According to the odds here on eWrestlingNews.com, they have Slater and Rhino at under 250, with the whoever the winner is going to be at a plus 165, which I think would be the over-under, I would think. I don't know really how to read betting odds.
Which, if you are trying to put over American Alpha and having them feud with Usos, they can do one of two things. They can have it be an undercard feud, then have Heath Slater and Rhino do his thing, or have the Usos win the tag titles, then feud with American Alpha afterwards, with it culminating at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but it goes back to something I said earlier. If they want to keep Heath Slater on television, and since he's really gotten superbly over with the crowd, the only way to do that, if you remember the stipulation, if Slater wins the tag team title tournament, he gets a contract.
Oh, I'm with you. I think Slater and Rhino win.
Yeah, so that's my pick as well.
Mark?
I think Usos.
Oh, you're going against the grain.
I can see the logic in it, and then having them feud for the tag team titles with the American Alpha, who got screwed over by them.
Yeah.
So that takes us to our women's title match. A 6-pack elimination, and we can kind of just predict who we think even will get eliminated first.
Your favorite, Nikki Bella.
Well, let me read you the odds and see if that'll help you. On eWrestlingNews.com, they have Nikki Bella at under 120, Becky Lynch over 115, Natalya over 300, Alexa Bliss over 500, Carmella and Naomi are both over 1,000. So that's their odds.
They really don't think Naomi will win, huh? Which I kind of like Naomi and her new gimmick and that big old booty she got. But I've been known to have a little swirl here and there. Little.
No comment.
Yeah. Anyways, I think Alexa Bliss probably gets eliminated first. I think that they're going to have a side feud between Nikki Bella and Carmella, so that eliminates them two. Natalia.
Not necessarily, because of the fact that they could still feud with them, and it could be over the SmackDown Women's Championship. There is that possibility.
Carmella's not ready for that.
Well, not really.
But that's kind of the same scenario as the tag champions right now. But I agree with Mark, what he said earlier. Becky Lynch, it's her time. She's the main face of the SmackDown Women's Division, other than Nikki Bella, of course.
Yeah, and they constantly put her over. She even does it in her promos as the top female draft pick on SmackDown.
It's her turn. It's her turn. So I think you see Becky Lynch here. And the question would be, who does she feud with after this? I'm thinking Alexa Bliss, because the Natalia feud is played out between them two. They've been feuding all year.
And it really hasn't gone anywhere, to be honest.
Well, Natalia's still learning her ways as a heel. She's just kind of seems harmless, you know.
If she's still learning her ways as a heel, she needs to learn quick, because she's been in the company for quite some time.
Well, she's always been a babyface.
Well, not necessarily. When the Hart Dynasty
she was basically a lackey, you know.
A valet.
A valet, that's what I was going for. How about the Intercontinental Championship? We got The Miz. We got Dolph Ziggler, who can't seem to ever win the big one.
The odds on here from eWrestling News, they have Miz at under 530 and Dolph Ziggler over 350.
Miz is going to win in the never-ending title reign, or whatever he's calling it.
He might beat the Honky Tonk Mans.
I think that's one of the things he said he wanted to do.
Right, and I could definitely see that happening.
But he's going to need to hold that title for another year at best.
Well, I mean, it would be like, because Honky Tonk held it like 2 years, just about.
Some like that. And he lost it in SummerSlam of 1988 to the Ultimate Warrior.
Who's going to be the next guy?
In 8 seconds, I believe.
Go on and give me an opponent out here. I don't care who it is. Don't say that.
Yeah.
I think we all agree Miz retains the title here, and Dolph goes back to the drawing board. I would like to see a Dolph turn. They need more heels on SmackDown. More mid-card and main event heels. Let's see. I'm really excited about the two main events. One of them being Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt.
Note to Chris, Goldust is not on SmackDown.
He is actually on Raw, but he hasn't been getting much airtime lately.
Yeah.
Quick summary on Raw for Miss Casey's class.
Well, we actually...
What?
That's his wife, pretty much.
Oh.
And she has a wrestling fan in her. But we just did our Raw review, in the beginning of the show, and so it takes a while.
Quickly, the odds for Orton
Kevin Owens beat Sami Zayn.
Yeah. The odds they have on here for Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, they have Orton at under 195 and Bray Wyatt over 155.
I would like to see Bray Wyatt win here. They both could use the win because Orton was coming back. He got crushed by Lesnar.
That was a horrible match, in my opinion.
It was. We all know that. But, I mean, Bray Wyatt, he wasn't even on the SummerSlam card. He wasn't even on the WrestleMania card. He constantly puts over everybody, and he's still over.
Well, technically, that's not true because he got squashed by The Rock. But he was still a part of the show.
He wasn't on the card.
Yeah, they could have done something else with him, and it just looked so horribly wrong.
All right, so I think Bray Wyatt needs this win more.
Yeah.
And I think they need to start thinking Bray Wyatt, future WWE World Champion.
Yeah,
and make that put him over to where eventually he can go against AJ Styles or whoever it is.
And the ruler of the universe.
Right, or even Dean Ambrose if Ambrose does happen to retain.
Or Ambrose joins the Wyatts.
But I think it's going to be kind of a dark match. I would not be surprised on this one to see the return of Luke Harper.
It would be the perfect opportunity. But since Wyatt already kicked Eric Rowan to the curb...
Well, he'll bring him back.
If not, but then they can also put Harper back with Rowan because they've always worked as a good, solid tag team.
Exactly.
And SmackDown needs another tag team.
Actually, SmackDown has more tag teams than Raw does. With the Dudleys retiring, and they don't really use R-Truth or the Golden Truth. They don't really use superstars or shining stars that much.
Well, they're using them now with Enzo and Cass.
Because they don't have anybody else.
Exactly.
Who else are they going to put them against the Golden Truth? So, and they need to kind of, with all the extra people like the Jack Swaggers, the other people that aren't getting any airtime on Raw, other than superstars, they need to start making some tags out of them. But main event, Dean Ambrose defending the World Championship, or what are they calling it now? The
WWE World title.
World Championship against AJ Styles.
Here are the odds from eWrestlingNews.com. Once again, AJ Styles under 160, Dean Ambrose over 120.
Does that mean AJ Styles is favored?
I would think so if I knew how to read betting.
I've read it before. It's like if you bet $100, I think you would get like, I don't know, a certain amount. I can't remember what it was. They explain it usually. There's a link on those that it explains the betting odds. But part of me kind of thinks AJ Styles, because I read that initially the plan was for the Universal title to be on SmackDown, and AJ Styles was going to be the Universal Champion until the Roman Reigns thing went down, and then the Finn Balor thing went down, which changed everything.
Yeah.
So that alone, and to me, Dean Ambrose's title reign has been underwhelming. I'm ready for the guy to put on some wrestling trunks, as opposed to those blue jeans and wife beater.
Yeah, it looks like he has the same outfit as Luke Harper.
Which, speaking of which, any word on the Roman Reigns boycott of the vest?
And it's a joke.
Of course it is. But I boycott the jeans and the wife beater. You look stupid wrestling in that.
So you're going to go to change.org and make a petition?
File a petition against
Dean Ambrose needs to wear like some trunks, or he needs to wear like some tights.
Just don't y'all think like Renee Young is like so biased toward Dean Ambrose? Like she always picks him to win.
Well, they're dating.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, they're dating.
But even Daniel Bryan gave her a look the other night, like on Talking Smack, just like, of
like,
course you think Ambrose is going to retain.
Yeah.
So, but I think AJ Styles is going to make Dean Ambrose look really good, because that's what AJ Styles does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when the odds are in the positive, that's when people profit from it, I think, is what they're saying on this website.
So why would you bet on somebody in the negative?
I'm not sure. A negative number means the team is favored to win, while a positive number indicates that they are the underdog. So that kind of makes sense when you look at some of the odds for this. If eWrestling News will work! Because look at it, they have... from what it looks like now, if we're going by what they're saying, how to read the odds, with the negative ones being the favorite to win, then they have AJ Styles favored to win. Then for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Nikki Bella favored to win. And then Heath Slater and Rhino are favored to win.
To think how it goes is if you bet like 100 on AJ Styles, you would win $60. If you bet 100 on Dean Ambrose, you'd win $220.
Something to that extent. So,
Damn.
And then they would have Randy Orton favored to win over Bray Wyatt, and then The Miz favored to win over Dolph Ziggler. So that's how the odds are rating from but this is on eWrestlingNews.com. So we're just going off what they have on.
You
here.
should bet on like Naomi to win because she's 1,000.
I could see Naomi winning as a swerve.
Yeah.
I mean, the odds aren't in her favor. They're not even.
And then she could feud with Natalya, so I could see it happening, and they could just have 3 women feuds going on. I don't know.
Blue Jean Ambrose versus Goldust, Chris.
Blue Jean Ambrose. Which, that's actually a decent nickname for him, Blue Jean Ambrose.
Denim Ambrose.
Denim.
Ambrose, Dean Denim. Denim Ambrose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you deserved every bit of that, Randall. You deserved every bit of that.
That Cody Rhodes actually has a legal standing to the Rhodes name. He doesn't. He was given the name when he got into WWE, so therefore it falls under WWE.